And we start from the Philippines, where ASEAN's top diplomats gathered to discuss the region's most pressing flashpoints as growing unilateral moves beyond Southeast Asia put regional stability under renewed pressure. RT correspondent Alia Bunga brings us more.
ASEAN foreign ministers meeting in the Philippines this week had a busy agenda to discuss, but unilateral actions at home and abroad and threats to the rules-based global order took center stage.
At the same time, developments beyond Southeast Asia, including unilateral actions that carry cross-regional implications, continue to affect regional stability and erode multilateral institutions in the rules-based international order.
Although Lazaro avoided specifics, several ASEAN members have been alarmed by a recent secretive U.S. operation that captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, fearing it could set a dangerous precedent in international norms. She also stressed ASEAN faces a more complex, interconnected security landscape, from maritime tensions to ongoing internal and border conflicts.
Security challenges facing ASEAN have not only grown, but have also evolved and diversified. The global geopolitical security environment has not only become more challenging, but it's also become more complex and interconnected.
Myanmar was the central focus of the discussions. ASEAN foreign ministers confirmed there is no consensus on whether to endorse the results of the country's recent election. ASEAN reaffirmed its commitment to implementing the 5-point consensus.
We shared views on the implementation of the 5-point consensus, discussed ways forward, and reaffirmed ASEAN's collective resolve in finding a peaceful and lasting solution that is Myanmar-owned and Myanmar-led.
The South China Sea, where tensions have escalated over the past 3 years, also remain a central focus of the talks. Manila is pushing to finalize a long-delayed code of conduct to manage disputes in the area and boost cooperation. Beyond maritime issues, ministers tackled border tensions, including Thailand-Cambodia disputes and ongoing humanitarian challenges. Collectively, the ASEAN states stressed a dialogue, restraint, and international law as a vital backbone of regional stability in an increasingly fragmented world. Alia Bunga reporting for RT, Jakarta.
To get the lowdown on ASEAN's biggest challenges and how the region plans to tackle them, we spoke to our guest from the Philippines, where the talks took place.
ASEAN countries will not confront great powers directly. I think it will reinforce what you call ASEAN centrality and ASEAN neutrality, and of course this principle of zone peace and prosperity and neutrality in the region. And I think it will also avoid endorsing military strikes or foreign military strikes or covert actions and resisting alignment with any military bloc or any military power or a major power in the region. Like, for example, it will resist aligning or choosing between China and the United States. I think this is a very important aspect when you talk about maintaining peace and security and stability as far as ASEAN is concerned. It would convene discussions that would preserve what you call multilateralism in the region. That will promote transparency, communication, and most importantly, restraint and reducing the risk of unilateral military escalation.
And while a long-awaited South China Sea Code of Conduct aimed at easing regional disputes remains the priority in the region, some in the Philippines see China as a potential ally if remaining differences are set aside. We got the chance to speak with Senator Rodante Marcoleta, who recently met the Chinese ambassador, who expressed concern over the tensions and a willingness to move past the dispute.
There are several claimants in this part of our globe, especially the South China Sea. And China was complaining why the treatment is not like how you treat Vietnam, for example, or Malaysia, and even Taiwan for that matter. How is it that we are more being critical on your side? I think today China is our largest trading partner, and we can maximize the help of China in raising our our economic output. There's no reason to fight China. China is a neighbor. We can spend the whole eternity insulting China, but China will not go anywhere. China will always be there. Maybe in a million years, China will still be there. There's no way but to be friendly with our neighbors, because this is also an expression of our foreign policy, which is to observe independence.
And you've been critical of the Philippines' growing military alignment with the United States. Why do you believe closer ties with Washington make the Philippines more vulnerable?
Because with the perception that China is our enemy, I don't think that will help us. I would admit that historically, America is our friend. As a matter of fact, historically, America is our ally. But that does not make China our own enemy. We need to be friends to both nations, especially their two superpowers. That is the only way to exist in our part of the world.
Myanmar's final election phase has ended with a landslide win for the Union Solidarity and Development Party. And while critics dismiss